Small Talk is the show where we express ourselves with small randomness. We fill every show with something different. There is no topic too big or too small for us to cover. Our show doesn't have a real path that we follow, and that's what makes it fun to watch. So let's get to the show. Okay, so hopefully Taylor can hear me now. Yes? Okay. Okay. So my guess, if you couldn't hear me, it's because I did not have audio, so I'm sure no one heard me. Start over. Welcome to Small Talk. It's Monday. I guess that's a Monday for you. No audio. Hopefully you can hear me now. I hope. Let me know if you can't. So what I was saying before is my guest is coming all the way from New York. I'm super excited because I've never had a guest from New York. Up to this point, every guest I've had is local to South Florida, but they've been called in via VMix because we can't have guests here, obviously. So, before I get to her, which I'm super excited about, she created this pretty cool app for people with autism and other special needs to create friendships. So before we get to that, something in the Boondocks that is going on, not only my show, but all the 2020 shows are going to get merchandise. What it is, I don't know. I think it's hats, shirts, pens. I heard Teddy was getting sunglasses. So it's pretty cool stuff because we're trying to amp up all the 2020 shows and we're trying to market. Sorry, guys. Now, do you see her? Okay. So, not yet. So we are getting a merchandise. We're trying to amp up all the shows because Freddie's thinking is we can't. His example was, how can a chef be a chef if he's never tasted his own food? So that's kind of the whole basis behind our shows. If we've never been in front of the camera, never run a show, how can we help build other shows and promote other shows? So it's a stepping stone for everything. We're going to be selling merchandise, which I'm super excited about. What it will be, I don't know. More details to come later. But there will be a link so you guys can buy and help promote Small Talk and Teddy Unscripted and Slick Speaks. And there's new shows on the 2020 network platform that will be forming. Taylor running my board. She's going to be starting her show. We're thinking the name Talking to Taylor, which I love because she's got the TT, and she was like, it kind of makes sense. My name starts with a T. I was like, that's kind of how I formed my show was the small, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but Small Talk came from me growing up. The word small has always been a descriptive term to me. I'm not very small anymore, but I mean, to some people, to my brother, I'm still decently small because he's like 6'1", and I'm 5'1". So Small Talk came out of that, and I like talking. So that's how Small Talk came to be. But we digress. She's on? She was on. Okay, so we're going to switch to a quick commercial break while my guest gets ready to come on. I'm so excited. See you in a bit, guys. Here at Small Talk, we inspire to be different. We have guests from all sorts of topics, like bakeries, DJs, archery, advocacy on special topics, and just random thoughts. We also produce and edit videos and commercials. No amount of footage is too big or small. That is our motto. We can do fun experimental videos or documentaries on serious and fun topics. We are a one-stop shop, as I like to call it. Call today at 866-224-5422 or email me at smalltalktv2020@gmail.com. Small Talk here, from all things random to small businesses to inspiring dreams. You will not want to miss all the fun guests and random thoughts. Check out the show every Monday at 10:30 a.m. on 2020 Vision at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. See you there! You're watching Small Talk, the show where we express ourselves with small randomness. We fill every show with something different, and that's what makes our show so special. If you have something that's different or random that you would like to discuss, call us at 866-224-5422. Let's get back to the show. Hi guys, welcome back. You can hear me? Okay, just checking. Okay, so I'm super excited. Like I said, my first guest out of state of Florida. Super excited. She's in New York. Just the fact that we get to have this ability is beyond me. Her name is Juliana. She is the creator of Making Authentic Friendships, an app where people with autism and other special needs or differences, because, you know, lots of terminology there, can have friendships in this different time. Obviously, people can't go out. And I mean, in general, for us, it's hard to socialize. I can only imagine them. So let's bring her on to get a little more in-depth of her creation. And there she is. Hi, Juliana.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Happy to represent New York.
I am so excited. Like I said, you're my first guest that is not in Florida. So it's super exciting.
So exciting.
So I want to dive right into it. Your app, what was the inspiration behind Making Authentic Friendships?
So Making Authentic Friendships, MAF, which is behind me, is my brother's initials, Michael Andrew Featherman, and he has autism and ADHD, and he's always really struggled with making friends and social skills and all of that. So I was in college. I was running a autism club in college. I loved it. I just loved raising awareness and doing something that was so important to me. And I was like, okay, if I could think of something that's missing in my brother's life and create around it, then I can make it so that I could do this in the real world. So I started thinking through things that were missing in his life, and first thing that came to mind was the loneliness, the lack of social skills, all of that. Right. And I know that that's a really common issue with people with special needs. And I figured there's got to be people near us that we just don't know about that are going through the same thing. So I'm like, oh, I'll make an app and connect these people. And it seemed, you know, logical and easy enough, which I was wrong, but...
That's awesome. Yeah, it is. Social skills in general is something that's a little hard to come by for some. I have a sister with autism, and she does, especially during this pandemic, I feel like has expressed some loneliness. I'm not home all the time. Our brother's not home all the time. So in general, it's just a little, it's sad to think about. So to have something where they could possibly communicate with others at a safe distance is amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been really helpful for people during the pandemic, for sure.
Now, you said it's for people with special needs only, or does it branch out to other people in general that just might be lonely?
Yes. So right now we do serve just a special needs population. So the majority of our autism, and of course that's something I talk about a lot because that's what my brother has. But we do serve like almost 20 other diagnoses on, on there, such as Down syndrome, palsy, spinal bifida, hearing impairment, sight impairment, and many others. So it's really any special need that enables someone to feel lonely. And of course, in the future, we do plan to possibly branch out to other populations as well.
That's pretty cool. Is there an app fee for this app?
So, yes, we were web based for a year and a half, and that was free. And we were just kind of getting everything, the best we could get it. And just 2 months ago, we launched on both iOS and Android. And we are now charging $5 a month or $40 a year. So, we definitely tried to make it attainable for most. But of course, app upkeep and whatnot is very costly. So, in order to bring it to the people, we need to charge that small fee.
Now, what does the app feature? How, like, is it FaceTime? Is it text message? How do people connect with others? Is it like a swipe left and right?
Kind of. So basically, it's changed. So on the web app, which our users are very used to, is there was a map with markers all over the map, people near you, and you could kind of click around, see who you want to chat with, things like that. But due to the privacy settings of actual apps, we actually had to pull the map feature. So now when you log on, it's more just you scroll through. You see the person's avatar, which is part of sign up process, and it's part of the game aspect. Hair color, skin color, making it more personal. You see their avatar, their name, their gender, their diagnosis, and their interests. And then you kind of just go through all the people that are suggested matches for you, decide who you want to chat with at that point. And then there's obviously a messenger. And my favorite part is there's conversation prompts built into the messenger. So I know, like, for my brother, that's one of the most difficult parts for him is, knowing what to say and how to keep up
Right.
conversation. So we have those suggestions built into the messenger, which is really helpful for our users. So yeah, obviously due to Corona, we've been focusing on chatting online and, pros and cons. It's nice because people from across the country can chat. But we're not really encouraging in-person meetups at this time.
Right.
But that will be the goal eventually to get individuals out into their community and meeting face to face. But yeah, we just launched the second version of the app, which does audio and video chat. So that is an option. That's mostly because obviously we do have hearing and sight impaired
Right.
users. So obviously we need to tend to their needs, but as well as being able to, get a FaceTime type thing going or a phone call type thing going is very helpful for individuals as well. So we're really focusing on those three main things. And then eventually, when it's safe to do so, we'll focus on the in person again.
Now, the auto text bubbles, as far as like what they say, it sounds like auto spell check, which I think is pretty cool because my sister, I feel like, has trouble with that too. It's just, knowing what to say. I think we could all go without saying is you get a text and it's like, well, how do I respond to this type of thing? So
Right.
to have some help there is an awesome feature. Now, does it censor or like how kind of going into safety a little, like is it filtered? How do they know that it's the person they think it is, as far
Yes.
as like stuff like that?
Right. Obviously, safety is a huge concern of ours, especially considering the population we work with. At times, they could be naive and be taken advantage of, unfortunately.
Right.
So, in developing it, this was a huge obstacle for us because, with tech, there is a lot of options for safety, such as background checks, things like that. But implementing such things is very difficult, to the point where a lot of these things you need a social security number. You need to give a lot of very personal information, which I know in talking to my parents, special needs parents, they would not be comfortable doing.
No.
So we went through like so many different things, and this is why we took 3 years to actually put out a product. And what we decided on and what we've been doing for the past year and a half that's been working really well for us is we have terms and conditions upon sign up, obviously. And then within the actual platform, we monitor the chats from the back end. So any bad or inappropriate word isn't even allowed to be typed on the platform. It won't let you. But if something does get through, it gets flagged in our system. We can then pull it up from the back end. And when you sign up, there's a safety pop up telling you, the basics of how to be safe. Don't give out your personal information. If you do meet up, make sure it's in public, go alone. But also that there is the ability to report a user at any time. And that's right in the chat. So you can report a user if you ever feel uncomfortable or threatened in any way. And that would be the same thing. So if we report, we email both the reporter and the reportee, and we decide once pulling up those conversations whether that's going to warrant a ban or a warning, or if it's not an actual violation of our terms. And in the past almost 2 years we've been doing this, we've had only a handful of situations, and most of them weren't even an actual safety concern. So it's been working really great for us.
I love that. My sister does have a phone, like always, like anyone else. And something that I personally am concerned about is just that. Like, she talks to people, like, how do we monitor? Like, it's such a hard thing to do. It's like trusting a 10-year-old with a cell phone. Like, how do you know that they're being trustworthy, and, like, knowing that they're not doing anything bad, they're not getting themselves into something. So, viruses and just in general, techie stuff like that, like, that's an actual concern. So to know that there's a common ground and safety, and, like, they can't, get in trouble somehow, some way like that, is full relief for me. I was actually trying to call my mom and tell her to listen to this. Like, maybe we could get her on the app, like, just to communicate a little with people. I love that. Love it.
Yes, we would love to have her.
How long were you guys in development for the app?
So the web app, which was just web-based, but it had all the same capabilities, only took a few months. And like I said, that's been out for 1.5 years. And then just recently, we were about 4 months in development for the actual app. And then that just launched 2 months ago on both iOS and Android.
That's amazing. Where can people find the app?
So you could search Making Authentic Friendships on our Google Play, or you can visit us at any of our social medias at Making Authentic Friendships. And obviously that's all linked in our bios. And you get 2 weeks free trial. And yeah, we're really excited to hopefully get some new users from Florida.
I really hope so. That sounds amazing. Well, Juliana, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
guys,
you so
definitely
much
go check out Making Authentic Friendships. If you know anyone on the special needs area or just might be a little lonely, definitely look it up. It's safe. It's fun. It's your own personal best friend, just in a slightly different form, is what it sounds like.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Well, there you go. We branched out to New York. We made a new friend who other people can make friends in a safe environment. Like I said, I know that something that is personally a little fear I have of just knowing that she's safe and that she can't get into trouble and no one can take advantage of her. To have comfort that there's an app where she can communicate, make friends in a safe way, I love. It warms my heart. So there's features there, so you learn something new every day. Definitely go check out Making Authentic Friendships is the app name. Download it. You make your own avatar, which anyone knows that you have fun making your own little mini person of yourself on a phone. And then it tells you where to find people, local. And it gives a little description, like a Facebook. It's like having a safe Facebook, I think, is the best way to describe it. Definitely check it out. Get your friends, your siblings, anyone you might know who is a little lonely during this pandemic. Give them some friends. And like I told you before, we are creating merchandise. When I get more details about where it is, what it is, hit me up. I would love to have you guys help promote small talk, because I know you love that. You want a little shirt or a sticker or a pen or I don't know what else, whatever we're doing. Word of the week, friendships. We all need friends, whether it's 1 or 5. We all need a companion to bounce things off of in times of hard need or to have some fun, whatever floats your boat. I know I have my best friend I could not go every day without if I didn't have him. It might be 2-leg or 4-leg. I don't know. That judgment's up to you because I have a 4-leg best friend. I have a 2-leg best friend. So either way, you need your companion to get through day, get through life. Friendships are those hard to find. You cherish forever. They're like family. Kind of. Family you're stuck with forever. Friendships are a little different. You get your wiggle room friendships. But anyway, definitely check them out. Friendships are like the second F word up there with family, and I know that came out a little wrong, but family, it goes family and friendships. You need the two, along with Florida, because Florida is an F word too. I don't know where I'm going with this. Check out next week, Monday, 10:30 a.m. Small Talk. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching our show with fun topics and random thoughts. Make sure to tune in next time for the new Word of the Week, along with new and exciting randomness. Till then, stay small, think big.